guys want to say anything?
Sorry?
You guys want to say anything?
What do you want us to say?
Whatever you'd like. You can just say hi.
Hi. Can we say your name?
Sure.
Okay. I'm Brittany. I'm Riley. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So if you don't want to be dancing in the video, just let me know now. Welcome to Upper Canada Village. Used to be the old lumber mill. Let's go check it out. There's the engineer running off the mill water. Saw downstairs is operating the saw. So the water would make its way in here, operating the mills downstairs that we just saw, powering the saw upstairs.
Originally, the wood command got waved up there.
The flour mill. Flour and baking flour. So it's just like a conveyor belt.
Yep.
Look at the fish. This was the flour mill. The wool.
So we'll start downstairs. We wash it down there.
Here's
Bring
it.
it up the stairs here. Throw it through this machine. And then we can take the wool from there. Load it on the arm, pull it to the back. The first side. And then we'll just take
Look at this. This is incredible. This is first-hand manufacturing at its finest. It runs on belts and pulleys, water mill power. I mean, they take the wool, fabricate stuff like this, and they end up with blankets. Here's half finished, half not. Wool blankets. See how the water just comes in? It actually churns the milk. See, what I'm looking forward to the most is the blacksmiths. What do we have here? The pastor's house. This would have been where the priest lived. Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing today?
Well, very well, thank you. So this is the Lutheran pastor's house, and it's built as a manse, so it's very specific to being a minister's home. So it has those big doors. You can throw them open, committee meetings, choir practice, whatever you want. He has his own separate office where, because he obviously writes sermons, he might also do tutoring. If there was a local boy who was going to go to university and the parents didn't want to board them at grammar school in Cornwall, which is the closest one, then one of the few university-educated men in town.
Now that one in Cornwall, is that the one that's right across the road from CCVS now?
I'm not sure.
It's a little red brick building. It's used as a home now, but I know there's a stone on there that says something about vocational school.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if that's the one. I just know that they had one in Cornwall, but you'd have to board in,
Yeah.
right? And this way, your son is home, and he just gets tutored here, because of course it would be your son. None of the Canadian universities were taking girls, unless he could. If you had relatives over back in Europe or in the States, then they were taking women at university, but very likely not.
No. It was a different time.
Yeah, so have a look around upstairs. Again, we have it set up for young family, toys typical of what they would have had, cheap to buy or easy to make, and easy to fix.
All right. This is most likely where the pastor slept. I assume the big room with the big bed was the pastor's room.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
exactly mom, dad, and baby in that corner, the boys in that one, and it would be grandma and daughter
Okay.
up there, which I guess would be me. So.
All right.
Yeah, but because you see, there's a huge difference. That was massive. That would that's for the guy with 8 sons. The pastor that comes in. It's like, okay, it's all easy to reconfigure.
So I noticed the little crawl space in between the walls.
Yes, those doors appear everywhere because the rule in those days was if you're not using it, you do not heat it. so the doors are closed. When the pastor's say in his office or someone's in that bedroom, you open up the doors and the heat from the wood stove can go through.
Oh, flowed through the house that way.
Exactly. Same as you'll notice, every room has a door. There's even a door to upstairs if we're not using it. It's during the day. Don't heat it.
It's kind of a pre-ductwork kind of thing. It's
Exactly. Well, it is, and it was a big hassle or expense. Now they're like city folk, so they would have had to buy it or have it as part of the pastor's wages.
okay.
And so you don't waste it. You know, you don't waste that heat.
Sure made efficient use out of it. That's
Well,
for sure.
exactly, and also being economical was considered a great virtue. So even if you could afford it, it would be very sort of looked down on if you were wasteful.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Ball in a cup.
Oh, come on, give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
I'll use my good hand.
Oh, okay, that's close. Obviously, you've got the technique.
Oh, it went in.
Come on. You can do it.
Okay, let's hit this back again.
Oh, you got robbed.
You know what?
You got robbed.
I'm just gonna place this real quick so my viewers can see me struggle.
Ah, lovely. Okay, absolutely.
Cup and ball.
Come on. Oh,
First try.
perfect.
There's so many different games. All right. Well, you have yourself a good day.
You too. And good luck with your vlog.
Thank you. Not gonna frighten you back here. So just out of curiosity, like you were saying, the big close.
Yep.
It's a warm day today. Is it very warm?
You know what? It is, the top half especially, but the hoops are a real blessing. Feel more sorry for the girls that don't wear hoops, because if you're in your work clothes, you don't wear them, because they really help
Oh,
get some
circulating.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe I'm talking out my window about undergarments to a young man. Oh,
Right? Ooh, Masonic Lodge. See, that is incredible.
Allows you to use thin sheets of iron, which are really the strength and malleability factors. So I'm making kerosene lamps right now. That's what I'm working on.
I wouldn't even have the steady enough hands to do that kind of job. Especially playing around with fire.
Yes.
Kind of
If you
fire.
don't have steady hands, then it's not going to work.
No. I'm
And then you
having.
probably couldn't do the other stuff either.
What else is there?
So this now needs a handle, so that's the next operation. Could have a handle, have a pattern I use. Trace the pattern. Hello. Welcome to the Tinsmith shop.
Thank you.
If you were visiting in 1860, you're probably here to buy a new pail or dish pan, ladle, maybe pick up a new kerosene lamp, and that's what I'm working on today. Just making the handle for this one.
And how many kerosene lamps would a small farmhouse need? One a room or would they?
Well, it depends on the farm. I don't know the answer to that question. What I can tell you is that by 1860, the most homes in North America, in Upper Canada, would have a kerosene lamp,
Okay.
at least one. Kerosene had come down a lot in price, so it was more affordable. That's a better light than candle. I'm going to put a wire in the handle here. And that'll add strength.
How would you learn your trade as a tinsmith?
So you would learn it by becoming an assistant when you were older than 16, and you just work at the trade until you learned it. There's no formal apprenticeship or.
A cause greater than ourselves?
Mind if I saw some extended?
Captain Johnson. I heard in the newspaper that him and Elizabeth were getting married.
Elizabeth is free to do as she chooses, but I cannot serve under Captain Johnson. That shot that he is, I would serve under your father, but not Captain Johnson.
So you will let personal feelings get in the way of your duty to your country and your friends and neighbors?
Yes. How are your sisters?
They're fine. Essie wants to be a school teacher, so she's going to the normal school to train.
The Fenians do not compare to the rough and tumble of the schoolhouse battlefield.
Remember us all crammed in there, yelling and screaming? And that one teacher ran out, hysterically. What was her name? Oh, Miss Emily. And then she got fired for immoral behavior.
Yes, teachers must be made of strong stuff to survive. Anyways, I have a little sister to take care of. Best be going. You have a great day.
Have a good day, Edward. See you again soon.
Yes, I will see you later.
See guys, that's why I gotta get a new camera or get a second battery for this one. I have to cut the tour short because the camera's almost dead.
How are you? I'm good. You guys ready?
You don't see that anymore.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sasha, look at me. Mommy wants a picture of you. Look at me.
Whole new meaning to model trains.
All aboard! But before we start, we need to do a little railroad business. There's no smoking allowed on the train, and I suggest you tuck your ticket away in a safe place in case you decide to get off and want to get back on later. Il a circulé dans la vallée du Saint-Laurent de 1855 jusqu'en 1958. Vous savez, il s'est passé plein de choses.
Sorry, Snoopy. Can't go with us. Those aren't allowed on the school bus.